We're going to learn about clause embedding. Here we go. The picture of the chickens being slaughtered is horrible. What is horrible? The picture. It's not the chickens. No, it's the picture. The picture of what? Of the chickens. Of the chickens describes the picture, right? The picture from hell. The picture of the chickens. The picture over there. Now, there is a clause about the chickens, and that clause is being slaughtered. Being is present participle. Now, we can use a clause signal word, which. The picture of the chickens which are being slaughtered is horrible. All right? We're not saying which are. We're just making it short. The chickens being slaughtered. Of course, the chickens are not horrible. It's just the picture which is horrible. And this being slaughtered, when you see it in the present participle, slaughtered is passive, right? Being is present participle. So this being slaughtered describes the chickens. And picture of the chickens. So it's the picture which is horrible. A man who was arrested in Minneapolis when he attempted to stab a police officer is said to have also killed 3 innocent bystanders. Is said is passive main verb. And apparently, he killed 3 innocent bystanders. So, who killed 3 innocent bystanders? This man is said to have killed 3 innocent bystanders. Now, there's a clause about this man. He is a man who was arrested in Minneapolis when he attempted to stab a police officer. Oh, look, here's another clause. When he attempted to stab a police officer is a clause which describes when he was arrested. He was arrested when he did blah, 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 blah. And who was arrested is a clause about the man. And the man is said to have killed 3 innocent bystanders. The book which they were talking about at the party was interesting. What was interesting? Was the party interesting? No. Were they interesting? No. The book. It was the book which was interesting. The book was interesting. This which they were talking about at the party is a clause describing the book. The manager of CVS, an American hero. An American hero describes the manager of CVS. The manager of CVS, who is an American hero? Or CVS, an American chain, pharmacy chain. The American pharmacy chain describes CVS. So the manager of CVS, which is an American pharmacy chain, or the manager of CVS, who is an American hero, has confirmed that the bottles of medicine which were taken off the shelves after a cycle claimed to have put poison in them did contain poison. What did contain poison? The bottles of medicine. The bottles of medicine, what about them? Well, they were taken off the shelves after a cycle claimed to have put poison in them, the bottles of medicine. So this clause is for the bottles of medicine. That signals a clause 2. The manager has confirmed that bottles of medicine, which blah, 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 did contain poison. The subject, the manager, has confirmed, the main verb, that blah, 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 this clause. And this clause also has a subject. Bottles of medicine did contain poison. And those bottles of medicine also have a clause. Pictures of the suspect who the judge ordered not to be shown by journalists appeared in a news channel. What appeared in a news channel? Journalists? No. Pictures? Yes. Pictures. Pictures of what? Pictures of the suspect appeared in a news channel. What about the suspect who the judge ordered not to be shown by journalists? To be shown? Not to be shown. Who was not to be shown? The suspect. The suspect who the judge ordered not to be shown by who? By journalists. Pictures of the suspect appeared in a news channel, and the judge did not want that to happen because he told the journalists not to do it, and they did it anyway. They showed those pictures in the news channel. CBS News was informed that a retired soldier who was arrested after sniper shootings in the D.C. suburbs has been charged. Who has been charged with a crime? A retired soldier. CBS was informed that blah, 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 blah happened. So, CBS News is the main subject. Was informed is the main verb. That is the clause indicating the object. Now, that clause also has a subject. That clause has a subject, the retired soldier. And that retired soldier has been charged with a crime. Now, what about this retired soldier? Well, he also has a clause, who was arrested after sniper shootings in the D.C. suburbs. So, now we know a lot. We know that this retired soldier was arrested, and he was arrested after sniper shootings in the D.C. suburbs, and we know he has been charged, and we know CBS News has informed us that the retired soldier has been charged. The famous chef who is known to have invented chocolate mousse supreme, which has changed the world immeasurably for the better, will be awarded a hero medal this afternoon. Who will be awarded a hero medal this afternoon? The famous chef. What about the famous chef? Well, he is known to have invented chocolate mousse supreme. What about chocolate mousse supreme? Well, it has changed the world immeasurably for the better. So this famous chef who blah, 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 which blah, 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 will be awarded a hero medal this afternoon. A number of the villagers who were asked about how to dispose of the Frankenstein monster told the authorities that fire would work best. Who told the authorities that fire would work best? A number of villagers. What about the villagers? Well, the villagers were asked about how to dispose of the Frankenstein monster. So that's about the villagers. The villagers told the authorities that fire would work best. That fire would work best is a clause describing what the villagers told the authorities. And who were asked about how to dispose of the Frankenstein monster describes the villagers' situation when they told the authorities how they thought the Frankenstein monster should be disposed of. One way to decide which team should have the ball first is to flip a coin. Is to flip a coin. Is the main verb, to flip a coin. The subject, which is an infinitive. So, one way to decide is, that's the subject, and is the main verb, and to flip a coin is the object. One way to decide. One way to decide. A way to decide is what we're talking about. Flipping a coin is the solution. Which team should have the ball first? That describes what should be decided. So, what should we decide? Well, we'll use this clause. Which team should have the ball first? One way to know what the meaning of life is to live your life. The really important point is that because they would not try the one dish they were expected to try, the host was furious. The really important point is the subject. Now what is the really important point? Is it that the host was furious? The really important point is that the host was furious. No. Is that because. Now because is the reason. Because, and whatever happens after because, is the important point. We're making this important point because we want to show why the host was furious. So the important point is what caused the host to be furious. And we know because we see that because. The really important point is that because you did not do your homework, you failed the test. The rebels found out that in spite of the seller's reputation they had bought the weapons from, an informer from the police had witnessed the deal. Now, the rebels found out is the main verb, an informer from the police had witnessed the deal. That is what the rebels found out. Now, rebels do not want informers from the police to witness anything that they do because they are rebels. Rebels are illegal. So, these rebels found out, and there's a clause about them finding out. The clause is that in spite of the seller's reputation they had bought the weapons from. This seller has a good reputation. This seller knows who the cops are. So if you buy weapons from this seller, there's not going to be any informants. This seller has never been arrested. The police do not know about this seller. The seller is a genius. He is very careful. But in spite of this reputation, the rebels still found out that an informer from the police had witnessed the deal. Maybe it's a problem with the seller. This is the dog which Gertrude says can follow the scent reliably. Who can follow the scent reliably? Gertrude? No, Gertrude is a human. Humans have very weak noses. The dog can follow the scent reliably. What about the dog? The dog which Gertrude says can follow the scent reliably. This is the subject, is the main verb, dog, the object. This is the dog. What about the dog? The dog which somebody says can do something else. He's gone, but we don't know how long. But is the clause signaler. Well, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Thumbs up, bye.